Misfits, welcome to this week's video. So this one is going to be a little different from what I've normally been posting. It's not really weight loss and it's not tail time. Technically it is tail time, but it definitely is a health update. So a few weeks ago, I want to say about like 2 weeks ago, I had a very scary experience and I wanted to share it with everybody else. So, trigger warning about previous self-harm. But if you want to skip this part, skip to, yeah. But basically, back in my teenage years, I was going through really bad depression and I had tried to OD, basically raided my dad's medicine cabinet, and I had messed up my stomach really bad. So now, as an adult, I had got my weight loss surgery and my stomach is now this big. So it's still messed up, but it's smaller. So during the night of the incident, I had went to bed and everything was perfectly fine, but I woke up around midnight, about 12:30, and I had a really sharp pain in like the middle of my chest, like kind of above my stomach but below my chest, and I could not figure out what was going on. And I'm like, maybe I have to use the restroom, you know? Nope. No, I also felt a little nauseous, so I was like, maybe I have to throw up. Nope. So after about 30 minutes in the bathroom fighting with myself and being like, this hurts, I feel like I'm gonna throw up, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm freaking myself out. I'm shaking. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. Well, I finally called my roommate and I was like, hey, Becca, I need you. Can you come in here? So about 1 a.m. she comes in and is like, okay, hey, let's do this. Try doing this. Lay down. No, stand up. Let's go. Let's walk around for a little bit. Let's put a wet washcloth on the back of your neck. And it was super scary because I kept shaking and the pain kind of intensified anytime I moved a certain way, and I didn't know what was going on. And my mind, being my mind, I thought I had a leak somehow. You know, I'm 7 months post-op, but I thought I had a leak. And I was like, I'm gonna die. Everything is just spewing acid everywhere inside of me. I'm really scared. We took my temperature and I was at 95.4, and I'm just like, that's like hypothermia type temperatures, like what's going on? I tried to stand up and I just felt dizzy and just really nauseous and everything else. I tried walking around, and after about 45 minutes of us trying to figure out what's wrong with me, you know, we were like, you know what, let's go to the hospital. And I stood up and the pain kind of just like went everywhere from like my abdomen to my chest. And I put on my hoodie. It goes to my knees. I was like, I'm not wearing pants. We go get in her car. As soon as I sit in her car and lay back, the pain kind of like intensified and went up my back, and I started freaking out really bad. And I told her, roll the windows down. And about 5 minutes driving with the wind blowing in my face, I was 100% fine. We still drove to the hospital and just sat in the parking lot until like to make sure that I'm fine, but I felt 100% fine. And then a few days after that, I was finally able to FaceTime my doctor, and I had explained to him what had happened. I was like, hey, look, this happened. Do we know what could have caused it? Like, what could have done anything? And he had mentioned, he did ask me, have I had any previous issues with my stomach? And I had told him that story, and he was like, okay, well, for that, a possibility is that because you have internal damage already, your stomach now has less space to like contract and fix, so it's more of like a quick pulse thing. And because your body couldn't do anything, your mentality took over, threw you into a panic attack, which threw you into shock. Not full-on shock, but partial shock, I guess, because that's what had caused my temperature to go so low. And I was super scared that night, and I didn't know what was happening. But after talking to the doctor, I'm just like, okay. So basically, because I was in physical pain and I couldn't do anything about it, my mentality took over and was like, you know what? We're gonna throw you into a panic attack. So that was wonderful. So I just wanted to share that little story because it scared me, and if other people go through it, I don't want to say it's normal, but it does happen to other people. I would 100% suggest going and talking to your doctor if anything like that happens, because that is definitely a scary experience, and I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have Becca with me. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that experience with you guys. But yeah, and I've been a little MIA from the whole YouTube scene for quite some time, but I am getting back into the groove of things and starting to feel a lot better. So you will see my face more often, I promise. But we have some pretty big news coming up for everybody, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Be welcomed and get creative. Bye.